Scorching hot fans, welcome back. As you may notice, me and Max are sat next to each other again today. And that's because we are joined by ACETATE. Hello, guys.
How we doing? You alright?
Hello. Yeah, not bad. Do you want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Oscar and I'm the rhythm guitarist and vocalist.
I'm Ryan, I'm the frontman and also the guitarist.
I'm Luke and I'm the drums.
I'm Ethan and I'm the bassist and I'm just lurking back here.
Typical bassist treatment there.
In the corner, mate, in the corner.
But yeah, we always like to start off our episodes discussing recent music. It seems to make sense to discuss the release of your debut EP, A Means to an End, that came out yesterday. You guys happy with it?
Over the moon. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of hard work got into it. Mm-hmm. I mean, travelling to Manchester every time we want to record a song is enough travelling for me. But yeah, no, we're really happy with it.
Do you think you have a favourite track on it?
Favourite track? I mean, Olivia's pretty good.
Yeah.
Probably the.
I think Olivia probably might be my favourite.
It's got the most feeling behind it. And
it's the most recent one that I wrote as well.
Yeah,
definitely. It was like start of this year, January.
Yeah, start of this year it came out,
January.
And then you wrote it, and we started tweaking it, and
it's quite funny how the name came about, really.
No, it's not. It's fine. We don't need to delve into that.
More for another day.
Exactly. But no, I mean, yeah, Olivia's an absolute tune. We love that one to pieces. I think the only piece that's very different. Do you know what I mean? Like talking like "Set Me Free" is very, very in your face. And "Known Best" is very in your face, and you get like Olivia that's a bit more chilled out.
Yeah.
There wasn't a plan behind that though, was there?
No.
It was just what forced tunes you want to do, lad, and we had this plan for ages of
Remember the mic.
That's probably a great idea. For newcomers. But yeah, there was no plan of like what song we wanted to do. We had this plan for like probably 18 months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Of an EP, the first EP, and the songs kept switching and changing, and then there was no like, we'll do this because it sounds like this. It just whatever fell out of the sky at the right moment was the
original plan. Actually had 4 different songs that weren't even
and the 4 songs that we don't even play anymore because they're awful.
Hot take. Why, do you not agree? Do you like them ones?
No, I agree.
They are not good songs at all.
How many songs do you reckon you did have like written then that could have been in the works for the EP?
We had obviously it's like the live set, so if we have like an half an hour 45-minute set, we'll play some unreleased songs. But when we were first starting out, it was completely different set list, a lot of covers, but when we started out it was completely different set list, different originals that we don't even touch now because
what kind of stuff are you covering?
First ever gig we did we did Arctic Monkeys.
Obviously,
that's a bit of Arctic Monkeys.
Buzzcocks, Arctic Monkeys. Mm-hmm. Did we do Oasis as well? Did we do Morning Glory?
Yeah, surely. I mean,
just the cliche, easy 4 chords for 16, 17-year-olds, just like
massive crowd.
Exactly.
What gets you in the door though? Obviously now you've got your headline coming up at Lending Room on 22nd of November, isn't it?
Yeah, man.
I think indie rock, there's a lot of bands making this kind of music. What do you think like you guys are maybe doing differently to kind of like stand out in what is probably categorised as a saturated market?
Yeah, I don't know. I think what we do well is that we mix loads of different music tastes together to create our own sound, because obviously it is indie rock in a sense, but like Set Me Free is completely different to Mine for the Take.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're on the same EP.
Set Me Free, I thought at points the guitar turns the way it was like all blended together was quite psychedelic at times.
That's what I was thinking. A bit like Hendrix, I thought.
It was weird how that came about. We'll go on to that later, but I don't know. We're just 4 mates that enjoy making music together. Like Oscar,
don't take it too seriously. We take whatever comes in our stride. You know what I mean?
And we're lucky to be doing so well in such little amount of time. We're really grateful that we write music together. We love doing it.
It's the same story but different. You know what I mean? You get 4 mates or 5 mates that want to do music and form a band. It happens all over the country, but like I don't know. We're just trying. We're taking everything in stride and going on just some of waves. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it's nice.
Some days it works. Some days. We don't rehearse.
You want to get out.
And then some days you want to wrap a guitar around each other's head. But I guess that's how it just goes, man.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, well, it was our first time at Lending Room the other night, 2 nights ago, wasn't it? We saw the North there.
Oh, brilliant.
Have you ever played Lending Room? Because it's actually such a good venue.
We played it last year as First Is Feeling show. It's a weird one because like the stage is like massive.
Yeah.
And then the room is like wide but really short.
Yeah,
I expected
it's like we were saying at one point.
It's a great venue
because you can stand at the bar but still be at the front.
Exactly.
It's a great venue though. I think the actual venue is really cool.
Yeah.
It's just a cool place. I don't know. It's probably one of my favourites, definitely.
Yeah.
Because that stage is great, and there's a mirror behind the bar. So when you're on stage, you're playing, and you're like, oh shit, I can actually see myself.
How was the gig? Was it all right? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah,
It was really, really good. It was, and then it was, Cherry Holt.
Yeah.
And
I've got a funny story about Cherry Hill.
Okay.
So I was on a night out, and I'm not sure if you'll remember this, but I bumped into Ruben, who's the front man.
Yeah.
I was in home and I was absolutely hammered. I mean, like, I'd had a fair few, and then I think he'd had a fair few, and I bumped into him. I was like, I know you, and he was like, I know you too, and I was like, where do I know you from? And then we got talking, and obviously he's now in Leeds, uni, whatever. And then, but no, it's just a weird moment. I just bumped into him. I was like, we know each other, but I can't tell you how. I've completely forgotten where I knew his face from.
I had a similar thing with him on was it Tuesday? Thursday.
I don't know what day it is now. Saturday. No, it's Thursday. Yeah.
It was Thursday. I'd walked past. He came out the green room. I was going down the stairs, and I saw him. And I don't remember what I said because I'd already had a skinful by this point. But I just remember being like. And then I realised, obviously he's here. Obviously, because he's in like one of the support and everything. And I could see he was like looking at me like unsure. And then after he was like, I just realised you're the podcast guy.
Yeah. It's like when you go, I know you, but I don't know where I know you from. It's so weird.
I had a situation like that at uni. It'll be a quick one. Sidetracking.
Yeah.
But
no, we like an anecdote.
And it is music related. So I was in the cafe at uni. I was sat with a couple of my mates, and there was just this guy sat by himself with a coffee in his hand. He had like this leather jacket on, sunglasses, and these like skinny jeans. And I was like, that don't half look like Kelly Jones. And we're talking, I'm like, it's not Kelly. Why would Kelly Jones be at Leeds Beckett Cafe, you know? So anyway, we're walking past, we got to go to our lifts, and I go, oh, you all right, Kelly? Laughing. And he just looks at me and smiles. And I was like, there's no way. Anyway, a couple of months later, our lecturer comes in and was like, oh, you know, Kelly Jones were here a couple of months ago. I was like, I knew it. I was like, no, mate, the things I'd have done just to be like, oh, Kelly, I'm a big fan, mate. Yeah. Can I kiss you? You know? Mate, it was one of them things where I knew that he knew that I knew that he knew that he knew. Do you know what I mean? One of them.
That's one way to put it.
You know, I always find it funny when people recognise just one of us. So we're often like at gigs together.
That happens all the time with us.
And it's so funny. And they're like, oh my God, I know you from the podcast. To shake our hand. And we're like, the other one's here as well. And then they're like,
where was we?
Oasis. We were at Oasis, we were in the queue, and some bloke come up to me, because obviously I enjoy doing the live videos and TikTok and all that nonsense, but you don't do it as much. No. And he comes up to me and he's like, oh, you're in that band, and he stood right next to me, and I'm like, yeah, we're both in this band.
It was
that,
like, oh, shit. And then we was in the crowd, I think Castor on, we were waiting for Ashcroft. And this guy with sunglasses on, a hood up, was like pointed at him and went, oh my God, Asky, all right? And he's like, what? And it's like, it's Stu, and it's like, it's our artwork guy. And he's like, oh, you're all right. And then I was just stood there like, yeah, you're all right, Stu. I was just like, you know, but it's one of them things, yeah. Just that.
No, I mean, it's nice. It's always nice getting recognised, but
it's weird.
It's weird. It's still something like, I was actually saying this to Ruben from Cherry Hill when we were having the conversation. Like, because we're actually just normal people.
Yeah.
You're just going about your day and everything, and then you forget that people know you who you've never met before.
Yeah, it's mad.
And it's not that they actually know you; they know of you, obviously. But like, it feels like so mental.
Yeah,
it's a really weird feeling because you don't get it, and then you're like, oh, so I am well known and everything.
Yeah.
Because then as soon as they go away, you're a normal person again.
Exactly. It's what I mean.
It's really weird.
I was at Rock and Roll Circus in Sheffield, and I was telling these lads, someone actually walked past me with ACETATE merch on.
Really?
And yeah, it was a group of about 5 lads and this lass, and she was wearing the merch, and then they clocked who I was, and they were like, oh my God, I'm wearing your merch. I was like, Izzy, like our manager. So I went with her, and I was like, you need to come and look at this. This is like mental to me. And no, they were lovely, and like, we love your music. It's just nice, you know what I mean? Just get a bit of like confidence and vote of confidence from like I'm not going to call them fans, but just other people that listen to your music. It's just nice to.
You can call them fans. I think they would call themselves fans.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I think the worst one ever was because they are 99% of the time completely lovely interactions and everything. There was this one time, me and our housemate, we were walking back from a night out. And then there was these couple girls that were at the front of their house as we were walking past. And then one of them came out behind us and was like, excuse me. And we turned around and whatever. And she was like, I know you guys from college. And we did. And then she was like, you guys have got a podcast now and you talk about really obscure music. And she just started mocking it.
just that you like music.
Yeah.
It's like...
just
not great.
What is Sainsbury's and got Henry Weston's?
What a way to solve it, you know. You've been kicked to the curb, so you go get a nice Henry Weston.
Thankfully,
Henry Weston's always can pick you up from rock bottom.
yeah, Henry Weston's are what's that cider? Frosty Jacks.
Frosty Jacks. What a time to be alive.
Taurus, the cheapest one you can get from
Taurus.
He had a 2 litre bottle of it, like fucking homeless people.
Frosty Jacks. Yeah, I mean, he'll have some stories about drinking in uni and all that. He sent a picture like 1 week into uni and he had Edward wine hands, had taped wine to his hands, and he was like, lads, someone's taking this picture for me, and sent it into the group chat. Like, he couldn't obviously use his hands until he had the wine. Yeah, from what I remember anyway, but yeah. Red wine as well, not nothing nice, like straight red wine is awful.
Shall we do a segment on like favourite stuff and influences?
Yes, I think that'll be
let's get back to music rather than Frosty Jacks.
Talk about like your favourite bands, your favourite albums, and like who you think's been most influential on each of you, and then maybe as a band as well.
No, I'll start. Me is very, very basic. I grew up. My mum was in a band, so she was very indie rock.
Never knew that about that.
Britpop. Yeah, she was in a band. But I grew up on Oasis, Stone Roses. The Verve, Cast, a lot of them. So that is my influence mainly.
Favourite albums?
Favourite albums, Stone Roses' first one. I don't know. Urban Hymns is a great album.
Urban Hymns is a good album.
Really good album. I know the basic, but like that's literally
the basic for a reason.
That's exactly
because they're just good.
That's what I grew up on. So that's
There's no point trying to fake it.
Exactly. I know I get called basic, but that's literally.
This guy
what
likes
I grew
Lil Uzi Vert, and you always
exactly. I always tell everyone this story. Like my love for music I just wouldn't have it if it wasn't for Lil Uzi Vert. I found him when I was in year 5 when he was like first blowing up. I saw like a news headline about something at a festival, and I just checked him out, and from then on he was like for years like my favourite artist. Not so massive on him now because he's just fallen off a cliff anyway. But, now my taste is like so much broader, but it all comes from somewhere.
Yeah,
so, you
exactly.
Never,
that's it.
Disregard your roots. In my opinion.
Yeah. And
I don't think I was even conscious yet in year 5.
I'm gonna say I don't remember anything before the age of like 12.
Well, that's my early specific like memory. I just knew it was around that time, and then I remember like on my first phone when I got it in like year 6. I was
the iPod, mate. The iPod was.
I had a Kindle Fire with I remember being, I don't know how old, but at the age where if you snuck like technology upstairs and you'd have to quickly when you came up or whatever.
I've had it before.
I remember being like, I maybe it probably was around year 5, and actually I was conscious because I remember listening to like this Wiz Khalifa album, and it was like,
they were the days.
And you know, like when you're like that little, and I was like, I felt sick because like, oh my god, I am being so naughty right now. And I was just like in bed, like, oh my god, what am I listening to?
Yeah. No, I was always like a little freak who didn't listen to Dave or like Little Uzi Vert or anything like that in primary school and start of high school. I was always the one that people are, you listen to different music. I play guitar, or do you know what I mean? It's
well, like, you got bashed for that?
Yeah, I got bashed for that because like growing up, like it's like everyone listens to rap or whatever now.
Yeah,
it's like,
it was literally the same at our school. I got ragged for wearing not skinny jeans on non-uniform. I was the first person in that school to break through with the baggy jeans.
Skinny jeans and Astros.
Yeah, to be fair, what was our taste like around that time? Was that when we were sort of getting into like the like alternative? Like
that was like bedroom pop, like Beach House, like, all like the lockdown TikTok music stuff. That was like a lot of.
What an era, man.
I feel like our generation, a lot of that was a gateway. For
I was going to say, lockdown was massive for me, especially. Like that's when, like, we'll go back to the influence stuff. Like Oasis was like such a big opener for me. Oasis and Arctic Monkeys. Again, it's basic, but they're basic for a reason.
Yeah.
And then from then on, like the Smiths, man, I can't get enough.
That was my two big ones in terms of indie music.
The Smiths
and Arctic
just
Monkeys
opened my eyes to this whole new world of stuff. I'm
literally in the process of writing an article for a magazine at the minute about how there's been like a vinyl collecting resurgence and everything. And I'm saying that a lot of it comes down to lockdown. Of like, there's a natural human want to collect things because it's like having physical items is like an investment for future nostalgia. So I'm kind of looking at it from that point, and I'm saying that like because we have that naturally as humans, and then in lockdown, everyone, because the present was boring, there was no clear vision of the future. Everyone started looking into the past. So looking into the past plus wanting to collect, people naturally just started collecting records.
I might have a hot take.
Yeah.
Go on.
Oh, go on.
I've given up on vinyl.
Why?
I thought it's a bit point. It's so expensive.
It's
and annoying
expensive.
to use. So I just started using CDs.
Yeah, but
CDs
it's
still nice, but it's like you get it for $5 instead of like
20,
quid.
yeah.
To be fair, even like with your thing, it's more like just collecting the collection of physical media, but you're like focusing on vinyl. But I feel like there'll be a lot of like crossover in terms of like the same reasons that you are wanting to collect.
I will
CDs.
say though, I do love a gatefold. That's the only thing with CD. It is still really nice to have like the full LP in your hands.
It is.
I just think they look nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. They've got. I don't know why they've turned into this aesthetic like thing. Yeah, like around the same time I started collecting like Oasis vinyls. So I've got like all the early Oasis vinyl, and then it was the Smiths, and then it was Arctic Monkeys, and then like I said, developed from there. But yeah, the money I've spent on vinyl is ridiculous. It's like
you need to start like record fairs and stuff where you can actually just get like cheap gold, because like obviously like average record, if you're buying it at like somewhere where they're just going to sell them brand new, you're looking at minimum 20-30.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Like, I went down to London not like half a year ago or whatever, and went to Camden Market, and there was some like record stores and stuff, and I found like
ever, because it's going to be so expensive.
but it wasn't, because there was this like little, it was literally just in a cupboard, and it was this guy, and he had like
just opened his wardrobe,
he's
he's
like
got a coat hanging off his head.
and there was an original print of Stranglers La Folly and a really rare so Echo and the Bunnymen live album from the Shine So Hard film that they only ever reprinted in 2022. It was just the original print from 1981, and there was copies of both of them, and I spent like £5 total. They were like £2.50 each.
I'll tell you what, I'll go Camden then. I'm going to Camden, that's mad.
Yeah, what would you say your favourite Arctic Monkeys album is?
So I don't like the recent stuff.
Because that's what I was going to say. We're not
surely it's got to be one of the first two.
I love Tranquility Base.
Really?
I didn't at first.
Fucking hell, it's like I'm sat on naughty step here.
I didn't at first at all. I was this like, when was it? Well, to be fair, I wouldn't have even been listening to the Arctic Monkeys then. I was 12, maybe 13 when it came out.
Was it 2018, wasn't it, that one?
Yeah, yes.
So.
So yeah, I'll have been about 12, 13, so I was like probably still listening to Dave and everything.
I like the artwork for that album.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I think
that's about as far as it goes.
honestly,
Yeah, I'm the same as you, man.
at first I didn't like it, and then one of my mates was like, "Oh, just listen to it, man. Give it a chance." I was like, "Nah." Stories, I got really pissed.
Yeah.
Can you swear?
You could
I didn't know. I got really pissed and like went upstairs and was like, oh, do you know what? I'll just whack it on, and just laid there, and it was just a big. And then that kind of concept like then got me into a lot of like. No, not really. Like more like David Bowie and Pink Floyd. It opened a gate into that world. So. But I'd say you've got to say the first one, but Tranquility Base is up there for me. Big time.
Yeah, it's definitely between the first.
What did you think of the car when that came out?
Again, didn't like it at first, but now but I think it's brilliant. People are trying to look at it as if Alex Turner's 19-year-old in Sheffield again. He's not.
I have a similar sort of thing at the moment. Tim Impala's my favourite artist. He's dropped his album Deadbeat yesterday.
You got gig tickets?
I did get tickets. And you haven't probably given it a listen, but from what you've heard, you weren't sort of massive on it. But I think there's a thing to say that like when it's your favourite artist, even if they make something that's not top tier, because their music resonates with you in such a special way. Anyway, there's always going to be something that just connects with you. And I actually, not just for that reason, I actually did enjoy that beat. I felt like it felt very mature and relevant to where he is in his life now. He's like 39 with 2 kids. See, the hot takes are coming.
I've got a hot take.
Yeah, I suppose that's a similar sort of thing with like Arctic Monkeys. Would you say that they're not going to make the same music as the young lads from Sheffield anymore?
No, they're not.
And this is what bands do. I mean, I've cut you off there, but I apologise. Look at Fontaine's. Gone from like Doggerel, which is such a great album, and then they've completely switched it up with Skinny Fear, and switched it up again with
And a Hero's Death.
And a Hero's Death.
You've got to evolve. It's like you can't.
Yeah, you can't.
Even if you've got a sound, it'll still change over time.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, every band does it.
Yeah.
Every single band does it. As soon as they get the audience, get the money, and then they'd like to try new things. It's the same with every band.
I just think it'd be weird. Imagine 40-year-old Alex Turner talking about like going out in nightclubs and
Exactly.
you know that would be a bit.
I think
like,
it was.
I reckon.
It's not that for me though. It's the way that he actually sings. Like
The way-
how he's
No, I can get that.
Yeah, you
It's
can.
not how he sings, but it's just I don't know. It's just
I
weird.
can't get behind it. I can't get behind the new stuff. Old stuff, 100%.
I really can't remember who it was now, but it's really annoying me. But it's, I think, a kind of a Britpop era band. It might be Suede actually that have released some stuff recently. And in an interview, what's the frontman called again? I've completely forgotten his name.
I've never actually sat down and listened to Suede enough.
I'm not a huge
I saw a
Suede
few
fan.
songs.
I know.
Really annoying me. Is it some like Brett Anderson? That's it, Brett Anderson. And he was pretty much saying like, I know that the fans from the past and everything are still expecting this kind of music, but we're middle-aged men now.
Yeah, that's
we're
what
not
I'm saying,
doing the same things anymore. So like the music that we make now is maybe there's a bit of nostalgia looking back at it, but where we are now, we can't time travel and do the same thing again. So I do kind of get it at the same time. But then I think it's also you can't just use that excuse because sometimes the quality is just not to the same level as it used to be.
It's a mix of both, isn't it? It's a mix of clinging on to the trying to get the same reaction from past albums. But
Noel Gallagher, when I went to go see Noel in Peace Hall in Halifax.
Yeah.
And he did the same thing that she said, right, I'm going to play my new stuff and you're going to listen.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to play Oasis later on. Yeah. So you're going to sit
you'll
here
sing along,
and then you'll sing along. So you're going to sit and listen to my new stuff. And then later on, I'm going to play some of the greatest hits like ever written. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, he literally said it like, hands down, was like, right, this is what's going to happen. And you're going to sit and listen and then you're going to sing later on.
That might be the most Noel Gallagher thing.
It's great, but I completely agree with Arctic Monkeys. I'm not a fan of their new stuff.
No, yeah. Neither, but I do agree. Like people, bands, like you've got to evolve because your sound will become stagnant, especially when you're making, like early on in your career, you're making quite youthful music. Topics are going to be like about going
It's
out.
going to reflect your life, like chaotic going out.
There is like a used by date for that sort of music. You've got to evolve.
Say maybe like 25, then you need to start talking to your missus about having some kids now. Like, you know what I mean? You can't still be talking about
going out tonight.
We're not going on about that when we're 30, you know what I mean?
Well, I'm a massive hip hop fan, and that I think as an overall genre is one that like becomes, in terms of subject matter, becomes stale. Like, almost when you're like 30 because. A lot of it is rapping about being in the streets. And you come up, and there's only so many times you can tell your sort of come up story. So that's why the best.
There's also only so many times I can pretend that I relate.
That's not what I mean though. Like, that's why some of like the best are still at it later on in the career because they have adapted and can rap about like I don't know some more like political subjects.
Other people.
And like switch the perspectives and stuff, but I think a lot of them just like fall off because they just have nothing to say anymore.
They're just fed up.
They can't recreate the music they once used to make. It's
definitely about being able to dip into different pots within the same area as well. Because, for example, NBA Youngboy with that Christmas song.
I can't believe you did Christmas single.
Acetate Christmas song.
No,
break it in.
No, not a chance.
I could make some bank, boys. That's money. That is money.
Anyway, but do you want to get into your biggest influence?
I forgot about that. This is to get
my turn. Well, I don't know. I think I was never really too into music, and I was like on a trip to Normandy in like year 7 with like my best mate, and he'd fallen asleep, and we only had one pair of headphones, and I was like, I know he likes rock. So I like went on to Spotify and downloaded like the mega rock playlist. There's like 200 songs, and he'd fallen asleep. It was like 2 a.m. I just put a random song on, and it was "Comfortably Numb" by Pink Floyd. And then after that trip, only really listened to Pink Floyd for a few months.
Yeah, fair. They're
Got
my
really
favourite
into that,
band as
and
well,
ended up
so.
getting into proper like psychedelic stuff, like a lot of Frank Zappa and Camel and shit like that.
Yeah.
And then over lockdown, I had, instead of going to the Smiths, I went to like blues and soul music, and that's what I really love the most. Like a lot of instrumental stuff, but then you get all like the Tamla and Motown singers, but they're all backed by like the same bands.
Yeah.
Yes,
So it's just like, it's just
such
the
a good
best.
consistent era. You've just got some of the best musicians.
What's the studio called that it was all done at? I can't remember now.
I can't remember.
Because we've been doing it. I'm doing a module on the 60s. So like we've looked at context and everything of Motown. I can't remember what it's called now. It's really annoying me.
Yeah.
But yeah, literally the same band just recording on like hundreds and hundreds of albums in just a few years.
Yeah, it's sick. It's just
Abbey Road.
No, yeah. What's your favourite from that era? Because for me, it's Marvin Gaye's "What's Going On." That's one of the best albums of all time, in my opinion.
That is just like front to back. Just like you have to put it on, smoke a doobie, and just.
I've got to show this to my grandma, you know, man.
Flawless.
That's why you're worried about swearing. That's
generally it.
Your nan probably smoked a do back in the day.
I mean, well, yeah, most likely they did grow up in the 60s, so. And she does love the Beatles and like all that.
Yeah.
I'll ask her. Do you know what? I'm going to ask her.
Come on,
You might find out more than you want to be fair.
I spoke to her yesterday. I'd be like, we're up on a podcast about it. She was like, oh, come round after and show me it. And I was like, I can't show her this.
Skip this.
Yeah, I'm going to have to timestamp this and skip it.
What about you?
What about me? What influences me? It's going to scare me. I don't actually know. There's not really one certain thing that I listen to or I don't know. Like, it's hard to say with that. That sounds so generic.
Quite Nirvana, ain't you? Like a bit of Nirvana. No?
Well, I listen to it. Yeah. I like, as a bassist, I like Jamiroquai.
Fair.
What else? I don't know. Like, when I'm listening to music, I think there's two different types of people. One, like people that listen to the lyrics, like just the lyrics, and other people that listen to like obviously the music. But I don't know. I've always ever been like the bass person, but obviously, I don't know. I kind of listen to lyrics.
You don't get out often, lads. You know what I mean? You don't get out often.
I can't believe you're like literally designed to be a bass player.
It's mental. It's ridiculous.
He's the perfect bass man. He's the perfect bassist.
So do you not have like a favourite album or like artist? Like who comes to mind? Surely there's like certain artists that you, even if you just stick on a playlist or when you hear it out and about, you're like, oh, I like this. No.
Do you know what I imagine? Monkey play bass. Monkey listen to bass.
I like a bit of Stevie Wonder.
I think it's all in there. It's just got to get through. It's just got to come out of the way.
I don't know. I think you're faking it with being blind.
That's a hot take. What do we think, boys? Do you think?
Well, there is that thing where, like, I think it was
like
a
reacts to
microphone
the
stand
light.
fell over or something, and he caught it or something like that.
Maybe he's just like secretly a Jedi.
But realistically, he will just have he'll have a tiny bit of vision. He won't be fully blind.
Nah, you just did it for clout. What? Totally see.
Oh my god.
Right.
Sorry, so you don't get out. It's terrible.
We lock him in a cage, and then when he wants to, when he was,
I'm sat back here as well.
Yeah, good. Stay there, mate. And
Definitely on the naughty step now.
don't give him that again.
Jesus.
So collectively, what do you think like influences like your music most? Obviously, you like mentioned Arctic Monkeys and
I love the Strokes. That
Up the bracket.
up the bracket.
Libertines.
That's Libertines. Oh my god.
Someone had one too many wines.
Reach that. Step now.
We made it such a big thing that's got to stay in now.
Same realm, just other side of the world.
that's fine. We've done the same. There was one video where you accidentally said that Fontaines were British.
Yeah.
And very quickly went back on that one.
Yeah, but yeah, the Strokes are great. The first album is this it?
Yeah,
that's the first album.
Up
Yeah.
there. You could have just looked up.
I know. I thought I didn't think it were down. I'm terrible with names, but yeah, that first album is produced by Gordon Raphael. Is that right? Yeah. I was lucky enough to meet him actually because he's always knocking about in Leeds. Well, a mate of ours, Counting Sevens, or they were like one of good band, yeah. Of our mates, they recorded with Gordon.
Cool. Wow.
And a couple of the tracks down at Eiger actually. But yeah, I bumped into him somewhere, and I was just like, "Oh, I love your stuff."
Yeah.
And I was like, it was one of them things like, do I mention my band or do I just not? We had that similar situation the other week, didn't we?
Yeah, that was mad.
We went to go see the Pigeon Detectives at the O2, and Gravy was supporting them. We're quite close with the Gravy lads and stuff like that, so we went to go see them. And I've heard of the Pigeon Detectives, and I've listened to stuff like that. I know, like, Sorry Not Sorry, and I Found Out, and all the big hits, but I don't know what I was expecting, but it wasn't.
Your mind was blown.
Mate, it was mad.
Turned around, it was like, what?
I saw some clips, it looked like it was rocking it.
It was
mental.
bouncing.
It was really
bouncing.
And really good crowd showed up for Gravy as well, I thought.
They were top. They were
so
great.
we love the Gravy lads. They are literally such good lads.
We were stood outside with.
Yeah, with some of the Gravy lads, so we were like, we'll go for a pint after the gig.
We were just going to go down Weatherspoons and Cuthbert Road project and just be like, yeah, we'll go for a pint.
And then we ended up getting AAA access to the bar upstairs with Pigeon Detectives, which was really, really cool. But I was so on my depth. We were both sat in the corner like two little children, like, what is going on?
It's like, you know, when your mum and dad are at like a party or something like that, like mates for years, and they're like, oh, getting on, and you're just sat in the corner with like your little brother just playing your iPad. That's what we felt like. But it was mad, and then we went to a Porto after, and I was stood at the bar because we spoke to Matt a little bit at the O2 after party, and had a good conversation with him and stuff. Again, we didn't mention the band. No. We didn't want to. He just played.
Shameless promo is my favourite thing. I remember meeting Nick outside in London.
We said to each other,
please go on the podcast, please go on the podcast.
We were scared to even like ask him for like a picture, and let alone mention.
Mate, the
turn around and
picture.
go, piss off, mate. I'm just on a gig in front of 2,500 people. You think I'm talking to you about your band? No, we didn't even mention it, but it was lovely. It was really nice.
I went to the bar. We went to a Porto after because that's where the unofficial after party was. Yeah. But I think Matt just showed up out of all the pigeons. Everyone had gone home. It was just him.
I never realised how much he throws himself about on stage.
Oh yeah, he gets about, mate. He gets about.
Do you know what's funny? He actually bailed me like a few days after and was like, I really want to introduce a fifth member so I can jump
so I can start jumping about.
I was like, but then, not a chance. But then, I'm not having you jumping about doing the splits or whatever the fuck he is.
But then thinking back on it, I don't think I could do that and still be able to do it in 10 years' time. I think I'd had no like nerves in my back left.
Yeah, I think I'm falling to pieces already and I just sit on a sofa for a living.
But yeah, and then, in a Porto, I was just at the bar getting a beer. Mm-hmm. It must have been like 2, knocking on a little bit. And he just comes up to me and I was like, how was the gig? Mm-hmm. I was like, oh, mate, you were great, And I said, I knew all your big hits, but I'd never seen you live. And we actually came for the Gravy lads. Yeah. And he was like, oh, mate, really good that you're supporting, like, your mates and local music. I was like, yeah, man. And then I was like, oh, do you want a drink? I'm literally paying now. And he was like, no. I was like, come on, I'll get you a drink. And then he was like, no, I'll get you a drink. And I was like,
fine. I
was like, yeah. He was like, do you like tequila? I was like, yeah, why? He was like, brill. Tequila, like literally tequila. We had 2 shots of tequila each. And I was like, right, I hate tequila. If I can just have the lime and the salt, I'll be fine. The barman asked Matt and was like, do you want the lime and the salt, mate? Nah, we'll be right. Oh, mate. I just had to take it and just be like, yeah. And then I came back into Used dinner and we're like, boys, I've just done a couple of shots with Matt. And they was like, wow. I was like, yeah, I don't like tequila, guys. I do not feel great. You could have just
fully on the bar.
Oh, mate, genuinely. Mate, it would have been like the most embarrassing moment of my life.
That was pretty mad story, but that was Gravy lads are unreal. Seriously good lads. Yeah, big shout out to the Gravy boys. But yeah, they just did Brudenell a few days ago. So
we saw them at Book Club not that long ago.
Oh yeah, there was.
Who was it?
Their dad's club.
Yeah, that was who supported Fontaines. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so Fontaines touring guitarist. It's his band, and you could just tell that he's played with like high level musicians. Like they were so tight, and also like he was like manipulating his vocals in like real cool ways. I don't know the tech behind it at all, but just he had that live experience. You could just tell.
He just knows it's his job. Like, he's not some 4 lads that get together once a month to
Us,
So that was my first time seeing Gravy. I thought they were amazing, really nice lads as well. So shout out to Gravy, go check them out. But yeah, they played at Brood, didn't they? Was it a headline?
Yeah, they lined it. Yeah. Sold out,
really good stuff from them. I mean, they're with Dance the Radio.
Yeah, they were there.
So they're and Future Sound. So they're smashing it at the moment. So big shout out to Gravy.
Any other Leeds bands that you guys are really into at the moment?
There's a fair few. I mean, the way that we look at it is that the Leeds bands are. Yeah. The Leeds is such an awful music scene. Like,
really?
I completely disagree. That is a hot take, but it's so difficult to get an audience because one, there's no venues that are below 18 plus, bar Brudenell and.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So it's impossible to get your entire audience down sometimes. I'm not on about the bands when I say it's awful. I'm on about the actual places in like the venues and all that.
Yeah, I kind of get what you mean.
In terms of bands wise, we just look at it as if we know everyone. Like our first ever gig was us, Gravy, in the North.
Yeah.
At the Key Club. And that was, I've said this a million times, that was my favourite gig we've ever done, the first one. It was like everyone just mucked in. We got 400 people down at Key Club on a random Saturday, and it was the first one we've ever done. And we've done a few like podcasts. Now, I mean, this is the first question we always get asked: like, "What's your favourite gig?" And this is the same answer every time. It's like if this is what it's going to be like every time, we've got 400 people, and it's my first ever gig. I'm doing this every fucking week.
Yeah. Like, and it's never been the same since.
I feel like that's the thing that's for me that I find so good about the Leeds music scene, though, is the fact that
we all know
all the odds seem to be against you. Yeah. But there's so much coming through that there's just constantly little breakthrough after little breakthrough. And we're just getting the whole city as a whole in terms of the music scene. It's just getting bigger and better.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Slowly.
I agree with that. It's getting there. Yeah, and I think it's starting to get up with Manchester, which I'm really glad about.
Yeah.
Because I think it deserves to be. Because why shouldn't it be?
And Leeds has always been an important city for the music scene as well. So I want that to stay that way.
You know,
in terms of bands, like I said, we all know each other. We genuinely do all know it. Like if we ever need a support or anything like that, or need help with recording or whatever, we'll always give someone a shot.
Yeah,
it's a good community.
Yeah, it's a good community to be in. It's like we got asked this question in an interview before, and there was like, so do you want to do? I can't remember the question, but it was like, it was like, do you rival any bands? I was like, no, because on the surface, we want to do better than everyone else. Of course you do. It's healthy competition, but I think underneath that, we just want everyone to do great.
Yeah,
because like I said, we do want to beat everyone else and be the next big, massive, super duper thing. But underneath, we just want, it's music, it's a community. Yeah. Why not? It would be a pleasure to be involved, and it is a pleasure to be involved in that scene and that community. We just want
and to make a movement happen, you've all got to like pull together.
Yeah,
you can make that wave.
You want it to be Leeds, not a specific band. Or you want like a Leeds music scene to come together and do it all. Like, I mean, like I said, we went to go see Gravy. Supporting like lads and that, and where I'm gonna go and see Slates down at Brudenell with the Cases, who were kind of closer than Garage Flower, who were also another Leeds band.
Garage Flower, I've seen. I saw. It's Nathan, isn't it? The front man. I'd seen his like TikToks and stuff before they even like did the band and everything. And so when I saw that he'd put a band together, I was buzzing.
Yeah, they are seriously talented lads. They are smashing it at the moment.
Played them before, they're all Liabilities.
So they were part of Liabilities, obviously. Is it Macca? The bassist joined the North.
Went with Daly to the North.
And obviously got a new bass in, but they have seriously flying.
Yeah, man.
So another big shout out to Garage Flower.
Yeah.
I think it was someone, I could be completely wrong, I might butcher this. I think there's a guy called Charlie reached out to us. I don't know if he's the one putting it on.
Oh, Charlie. Charlie this feeling, Charlie.
Yeah, he's putting it on. I'm not sure. I just remember seeing a DM, and he was saying about a gig. I think he invited us down, but we had a clash, and that seems to be happening a lot at the moment. Which is the thing. There's so much good music going on in the local area that there's so many people you want to see at the same time. I think like 7th of November, there's about 3 different clashes. Like we're off to see Maruja at Wardrobe.
Swans are the night, and I really wanted to go and see Swans.
Then there's a few other like maybe more like local upcoming bands as well playing that day. And it's just so hard. Like there's
22nd of November. That's the one. We'd love to come see you guys.
There you go.
Already got tickets to
22nd of
English
November.
teacher.
You have to go see English teacher.
If I'd go see English.
Yeah, I don't blame you, lads.
for ages.
Yeah.
I don't blame you, lads. Go see them.
Have you got anything else coming up though? Because we've not actually managed to catch you live.
Yeah,
yet. It would be good.
Should we leak some info for next year?
We probably can't yet.
No, we can't do it.
We probably can't. We've got some things next year.
Got a headline. Got a big headline at Lending Room, 22nd of November.
We're in. When does this come out?
About next Sunday.
Yeah, next Sunday. Probably.
Yeah, so
Carol Sale.
yeah, no, we can't really say anything else. But
Yeah,
If you give us a shout, we'll put a stick on the story.
We can't say it online yet.
Still in the works, but
still in the works.
if you've ever got anything coming up, we'd love to get
Yeah,
that.
man,
So just
definitely.
Let us know, 'cause it's hard to keep up with it all as well. That's the other
Yeah,
thing.
no,
Like,
this, mate,
so
this,
much going on.
I was on about
end
this
up
with my dad.
missing things.
Weirdly, I was on about this with my dad in the car on the way here. He was like, "Oh, so where did you go last night?" I was like, "Oh, just out with a mate." So I was like, "Why didn't you go see a band?" I was like, there's that many bands, you don't know where to look, and then by the time you've looked, you've missed an hour, and you might as well just be in the pub anyway.
Yeah,
Just try to figure it out.
The thing is, like, you could go and see someone every night of the week.
Yeah.
And you'd have a good night. Every night. You might spend only like $5, maybe £5-10.
You might
Still
spend
have-
107 quid like I did the other day.
Or £11 on streets car parking.
Literally.
I've got to tell that story.
Oh mate.
You've got to tell that story.
Honestly, we was in the snooker centre down on Kirkstall Road last night, having a couple of beers and playing a few games of pool, and the Streets came on the speaker. I was like, "Oh lads, let's go see the Streets." Playing what album they're playing in full? I can't remember names. I just say the Bus Stop album.
Yeah. Sick cover, yeah.
But yeah, it's a great album, and I was like, "Come on, lads, we'll go see Sonny." Like me and like 4 of lads. Like, yeah. So I looked on Ticketmaster. I was like, oh, it's Future Sound. I've got a few Future Sound, and it was on C tickets. It's like, oh, only 11 quid. I'll get them. Don't worry about the money. Send me it whenever you want. Yeah, and then looked just like 5 minutes before clicking record, and I've bought 4 car park tickets.
That is rough. That is rough.
And I didn't buy ticket protection, so I've wasted 44. I'm probably looking. I couldn't tell you.
About 2.
Yeah, 3, mate. 3.
He buys his bought 4
3,
car
mate,
parking tickets for the Streets.
Yeah.
You could take 4 cars down there.
Exactly. Where is the car park in Kirkstall?
I have no idea. I've never actually been.
I bet it wasn't there when they originally built it.
That's a good
Monk's pulling up.
hot take. £11 is very expensive for a car park ticket.
It's not a hot take.
Very cheap for a ticket to see the Streets.
Yeah, very cheap.
Find anywhere in Leeds or the surrounding area that you have a
that is
reasonable
true,
car
actually.
parking price for.
To be fair, 11 quid though, for the amount of time you'll be there, is actually steep.
Yeah,
that's what I mean.
Yeah, I know.
You're gonna be like,
And 4 of them. Like, how have I done
Yeah, but
that?
realistically, you wouldn't buy 4 tickets. Like, go in one car, unless you're going with a massive...
It's like 15, 16 people. I've had a major mess up.
Yeah, I'm honest, it was on the night of the North gig. I was still actually figuring out what I spent it all on, because I thought that I had about 11. But I spent 107 quid. Mackey's was in... I did get Mackey's.
And your Mackey's meal was about 2 orders. Run through your Mackey's
I got a
meal.
6 nugget meal and a double bacon cheeseburger.
amazing.
Yeah.
And 2 chips.
No, just the one chip. I've probably ate some of yours though, without you noticing. We're just having a chat and I'm like...
What's that, mate? Yeah.
I'd have had no idea. I was absolutely out of it that night.
No, I didn't.
That's the way to go, though, isn't it? Yeah, look, mega. It was a shame, really.
It was such...
I really wanted to get down.
I don't know how we managed, but... we thought, right, so we'd go to the North gig, we'd have a couple after, and then we'd go home and react to the Tame Impala album.
Nice.
The North said to us, "Oh, we're going out after. Do you want to come with us?" And we were. So I think your words were, "You don't get to do this every day. We can. Music's there forever. The opportunity to go on a night out with the North is not there forever."
Exactly
So
what
I'm
I
like,
said.
we've just got to go.
Brilliant.
Ended up coming home at 2:30ish and thinking, "Oh, we can still do it. I've still got the juice in me to stay awake for an hour and a half." And then we got this McDonald's and we just sat having a chat in the kitchen until like 4:30, 5 in the morning. And then Sam goes, "Right, it's time to go." And I was like, "Sam, I'll be real. Listen, I love Tame Impala. There is nothing you could do right now to convince me not to go to bed. The sun was coming up. There was absolutely no point.
Worse. Yeah.
And he's done it anyway. Oh,
Yeah,
I'll let you
I
explain.
don't even know. The video... It's not my best performance. 'Cause I've also had about 10, and it is 4:30 in the morning, and you can just tell that I'm battered. It's not in a way where it's like funny because I'm like just like as I'd be on a night where I'm drunk and funny. I'm trying to lock in so much, but like I'm just doing this terrible like preaching most of the time.
This is the one bit which is generally the best thing in any video ever, so we should post it. He's just gone on like this, like just talking about the music, trying to be really serious and locking, but he's still like slurring and stuttering. This is the same thing multiple times. And then he presses record, and then the music's not even started yet, and straight away he starts going.
There's like minute sections where I'm just fully dancing like this.
Oh, it's brilliant.
But I still kind of want to post it because
it should be it's the most uncomfortable.
Maybe create a Patreon. You create a Patreon.
We want to start a Patreon. It's just a time thing for us.
We're just gonna have to do Patreon. Just do drunk episodes.
They actually do well. The thing is, if we did a drunk episode together, it would be so good. On my own, though, I just can't do it.
You're just talking to yourself. You can do it.
Well,
you can do it.
He doesn't actually mention that he's drunk. So if we just posted it, people think, why has Sam just gone completely mental?
I mentioned that it's 4:30 and we've been out with the North, so you can probably make some assumptions. And I am quite visibly drunk, but I don't explicitly say
you don't say I'm battered.
You also don't come across as drunk though, because you're kind of locking in. And it feels like there's something secret, just like you just you're possessed,
mate. You're just possessed.
No, there is parts where like I'm just 1 second I'm like super like happy and then I'm just deadpan and I'm just staring
because there's no one else in the room, so he has no idea where to look. So it's just like this whole time, just staring at the camera.
So last night I had a house party that's around the corner in Hyde Park, and then I forgot that I had to be up at fucking like 10 o'clock or whatever. So I've walked it, but last night I'd got home, and the one thing I remember from getting home was looking myself in the mirror and saying, what are they going to ask me? And then I started answering my own questions in the mirror last night. It was brilliant. I was like, and then I was like, what am I doing? Like, I need to go to bed. But I was like, right, what are your musical influences? And I was speaking to myself in the mirror, absolutely half cut last night, because I'd walked back from this house party. I was like, right, I need to go to bed because I need to be up early.
I love the idea of people being nervous.
Yeah, I was going to say,
I did something similar.
I need something to say, just so I can say something tomorrow.
You've done a good job. Your rehearsal has definitely paid off.
I'll tell you something. Only thing that we had at Oscar last night was we got a video in Snapchat group chat, and it was just like total disassociation, and it was just he was like videoing himself in his bathroom, and he just didn't say anything for about a minute.
Just looking at it, just going.
That's what I get off it.
That's in a rough way.
There's probably a few of those in our saved in chat.
That will be,
Our group chat as well.
Should we do some hot takes?
Yeah. Get some stuff
go around. You
can
can all do one each. Right. Or you can do as many as you want.
Think of one. I'll go. Hot take. AM is the worst Arctic Monkeys album.
Ooh. I don't think it's the worst, but I do think it is massively overrated.
I think The Car's probably the worst.
Yeah, surely. The Car's probably the worst. Tranquility Base, though.
I don't know if I even prefer Tranquility Base to AM. And I still don't like Tranquility
No, because AM, as much as it's overrated, there's still...
Yeah, there's a reason why it's so good, you know what I mean? Why it's so popular, sorry.
Yeah.
There's a reason, you know what I mean? But I just think it's just processed music that we're cashed in on, which, fair enough, they have the right to do that. They Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah.
They can do that, but like...
You are right, though. I think there is still some quality on there. Like, I think...
Yeah, don't get me wrong, there's some great songs.
Probably the song off there that
I
quite like that song.
And Fireside, I think, is a great song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do think, though, the thing is like, they went for a more commercial sound. However, that song does get good That album still gets good critical acclaim, which is where I sort of...
The top 10's still on, like... I see it all the time, like, you know, like Arctic Monkeys fan page is like, AM back in the top 10 this week on like Spotify, and I'm like, how?
Yeah,
but I think it's just like, do I want to know?
I guess, but
it is. Yeah, it is. Don't get me. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all, because I think all the Arctic Monkeys albums are brilliant. But
I don't think Alex Turner's going to be upset if you say so.
No, I know.
Well, I think it's mid. So sorry.
I've got one.
Go on.
So
here
we go.
People like middle-aged boomers
What are you on about? What are you on about?
This is already good.
So
I'm just going to
work at a bar.
This is getting clipped.
I work at a bar and I get a lot of older people coming up to me saying, obviously they don't know that I make music or I'm in a band or anything.
Yeah.
And they say, no, actually someone said to me, some like 40-year-old man, he said, someone your age should never be allowed to go see Oasis over someone our age. And I said, what are you on about? And like, I don't know, I feel like
I think he's just jealous. Boomers. We stop calling it boomers, man.
Right. Boomers don't realise how much new music is actually coming out at the minute.
No, I agree with that. I actually agree with that.
That's what we're going to say.
It's like Noel Gallagher says all the time. He's like, oh, guitar music nowadays is terrible. I'm like,
so you're just not looking.
it's not. I'm going to say, what's the hot take? What's your hot take?
You just said that.
The hot take is that it's stupid because it just is.
I don't think that's a hot. We're really sorry about it.
If I said that to someone that were a boomer, they'd be like, "No, you're wrong there."
What's your hot take?
Take the mic off him. Give it back.
The music's
give it back.
better now. Is that what you're saying?
No, but like they don't realise what music is.
Yeah, that's right. There is so many bands now. It's a joke. That's why, like.
So it's also so hard.
We always say you've got to be a part-time content creator, part-time musician.
Yeah,
it's got to be
a different world now.
Part-time promoter.
What do you two?
Everything.
What do you two listen to music on? If you're streaming music.
Apple.
I listen to Apple.
Apple Music, yeah.
I've always been Spotify, but
I'm
Apple is better sound quality.
But no, it literally is. Spotify have only just introduced lossless audio this year, but Apple's got high-res lossless and Dolby Atmos as well.
And on Apple, I like the Discovery Station. If you ever go on that.
Yeah, I don't use that to be fair, but
is that a hot take?
Definitely has.
The Apple Music's better.
Next time you're steaming, just put Discovery Station.
Lukewarm.
I quite liked the Spotify DJ thing because then it just like actually. Like,
I think that's really cool.
Yeah,
he's my best friend.
I was gonna say, if you're on,
or is it just annoying?
It depends.
Depends on your mood. If you were at a party and you're on aux, that'd be so poor. However, like if you just like, I guess in
just
the car
chilling,
or whatever, you can pretend that it's an actual radio station because then it's actually better because then it's just the radio that you want instead of.
When did you two last listen to a radio station?
Last listen to it. What?
On the way to the shops the other day because my USB wouldn't work with my phone in my car, so we were listening to a bit of Capital.
More recently, did you? Every time we turn the TV on, which is behind there. The first thing that comes on before you can like get to the channels, it just automatically puts on Radio 1 on the TV. So.
Yeah, but what did you listen to? Music or adverts?
Music, yeah.
No, I'm swearing.
Yeah, take
radio.
No,
honestly, there's just more adverts of music.
This is not a hot take.
I would be hot take. Yes, what streaming service.
Right, say your hot take.
Right, my hot take.
We need PR training.
We do. I'm a fan of Catfish. I'm a big fan of Catfish in the band.
Okay, yeah. I'm not massive.
I think they had the potential to be one of the biggest bands in the UK, but they have completely thrown it out the window.
Disagree.
They are like the first 3 albums, Ride, Balcony, whatever. I can't remember the other one.
I won't know. So
they had serious potential to be one of the greatest bands in the UK, but the comeback has been awful.
I mean, if I remember,
really
at one point they were kind of like for like the indie scene.
They were the shit.
They were one of the big ones, and then it does kind of seem that they kind of got to there, and then it's just kind of been like a
And I mean, I seen them at Leeds Fest, like do you know that really good lineup like a year or two ago? Unbelievable lineup, and they were good, and then obviously they announced this tour.
What is actually going on?
So it's just cancelled shows.
Oh really?
Shitty fucking singles that they've released, like Showtime. That is awful. Like, I'm not a fan of that. But yeah, they have potential to be one of the greatest indie bands.
So potentially like the biggest waste of potential.
Yeah, 100%. Catfish are the biggest
that
waste.
Is probably not some people will be rattled because
it's like a Deli Alley.
They're already
like
huge.
A Deli Alley of.
They're like the Deli Alley of the music scene. No, like I'm saying that is a hot take because like they have the potential to be even bigger than they already are. They are big, but they like the comeback has just completely ruined it for me.
Yeah,
I'm not interested about going to any of their shows anymore.
Do you think it's salvageable?
No, I don't think. I'm not the biggest Catfish fan, but I can appreciate, how big they are. I like a couple songs and stuff like that, but I'm not the biggest fan compared to Oscar. But they had such an opportunity to bang it. Like it was literally
Top bins, mate. They literally had it on a fucking plate.
On a plate, through on goal.
All they needed was a tour. And they've spent years just not doing anything. Done a couple of festivals, released a single, not played the single at any of the gigs that they've done.
Yeah, really.
And they didn't play Showtime at any of the gigs, or when they released ASA, which is another one of their singles, didn't play it. Not at any of them. And then
it's shit then.
Yeah, exactly. And then
what? All right, I'm going to ask you a question. Sorry to cut you off, but
what are you doing there, Joe?
What do you think is the most overrated band of all time?
Oasis.
Queen.
Oasis is genuinely up there.
Oasis. And I'm the biggest Oasis fan, and I know they're overrated.
Are you going to go on about Queen?
I'm not having that with Queen.
No, go on, back your back.
Go on,
That's what got me into being a drummer.
Yeah, but Roger.
Roger Taylor.
Roger Taylor is the worst drummer. He's awful.
What are you on about?
He's
From what are you
awful.
basing
He's
that on?
just so boring.
On what songs though?
Every song.
He's not, though.
Another one bites the dust. He's literally playing fours.
Yeah,
Or eights,
but
whatever it is.
That's a shit disco song. He couldn't have played anything else on it. Is that?
I'm
the
sure
one
you can
song
figure
you're
something
basing it
out.
on?
I've got no.
They're sick band, but it was Roger Taylor. What I thought, he looks cool.
Yeah, he
I was
looks
like,
cool,
no,
but he don't play cool.
He's a sick drummer. If you listen, he's got drum solos.
I think to be fair, I think he's a solid drummer.
Maybe I need to do
I
research.
don't think any of the members of Queen. I think all individually are very talented people, but I just don't like the way it all comes together. I don't think they have a good album, and I think when I've said to Sam, my words were, when I listen to it, most of the songs on the album you wouldn't know aren't
kind of
great.
agree.
Somehow the hits are worse.
I kind of agree. Queen's that is a hot take. I kind of agree. Queen are one of them bands that on every album there's like one song that I'll pick off it.
Yeah.
But I don't think I could sit and listen to a whole Queen album.
I
kind of
don't
agree.
disagree with that, but what I'd say is the reason I love Queen so much
is Roger Taylor.
Well, I love Roger Taylor, and also there's one really good live album, which was the year after Live Aid. They just played Wembley themselves.
Yeah.
And
Is
it's
that
like,
where
it's
Freddie
like
wore that
2.5
yellow jacket?
hours. Yeah, it's like 2.5 hours. It's the one in the yellow jacket.
Yeah.
And that album is so good because obviously they were quite like synth poppy a bit. Like,
Yeah,
they had a lot of elements
by
like
that
that.
stage.
Yeah.
But when they live, there's like someone playing some synth, but for the whole rest of it, it's just like all their instruments, and it is such a good album.
So what do you think to Freddie Mercury?
So
I think he's got an incredible voice.
and a good presence. I just don't like the way he writes the songs.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like it's just the thing that, like, I don't like that style. It just feels quite gimmicky to me. I think like Bohemian Rhapsody is. I always speak about the Galileo part on that is genuinely so goofy.
One of the worst things I've ever heard.
I'd say
I will die on this hill. Queen have arguably one of the best, arguably the best bands to come out of England.
yeah.
No.
But you say,
Actually, behind the Beatles. Sorry.
Yeah,
if you say that it's
disagree.
goofy, but like I'd say it's like it might be goofy now, but like at the time, it's something new and
you've got
different and groovy, you know.
They
Yeah, but
changed
even, like,
it.
the
No
theatrical
one
stuff like
had done it before. That's
Yeah,
why.
This is what Scorching Hot is for. This is what
no one's
Scorching
come in
Hot
here
is
and
for.
done a poo on the table and then flipped it, but that don't mean they
Yeah,
should do
you know
it.
what I mean.
That's what I mean. In terms of musicality, he had a vision and he did it, and it went.
I have a lot of respect for
fucking
him and the rest of the band.
skyrocketed.
It's just genuinely not for me at all. I don't like.
I can understand what you're saying.
I think it's the theatrical elements. It's not because I don't like theatrical stuff. I literally quite like some musical theatre stuff, but I just don't like that mix. And I think you're right. Gimmick is a good way because that's that mixture of arena rock and being so theatrical. It's just not a good mixture for me. It feels so overdone and almost.
It was the 80s though.
I know, but the stuff from the 80s that I like is just the complete opposite end of the spectrum to that. It's like so. You just couldn't do it in an arena.
Do you like Genesis then?
I'm a Genesis fan.
Insane.
I'm a massive Genesis fan.
I like a little bit of I really like Phil Collins.
Yeah,
amazing drummer, great singer. But I can't get behind Genesis. Because I was saying,
Genesis.
I like a lot. I used to like a lot.
Here we go. Now we're talking about.
There we go. He's got something going.
Oh, that won't reach.
No, that's it.
Is that how you've got to say?
I can't get behind like the Genesis stuff. Like I love the long Pink Floyd songs, but it just feels more like psychedelic than Genesis, where it's like the keys like in your ears.
Yeah.
And
You're
it's
not a big
like-
prog fan then?
Not that kind of prog. Not like I don't really like Rush, But
I'm not massive
I
on-
prefer like the more psychedelic earlier prog stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Genesis were about in that era as well. Like, Selling England by the Pound.
Yeah.
That's like a staple piece prog album.
I'd say that's like more like of like a mathematic end. Like, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do know what you mean. Do you like King Crimson?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
See, I don't think they're that far apart in terms of style, especially when they're like the instrumental sections.
I'd say with the sound though, it's how like squeaky clean Genesis sound
clean
that I don't like as much as King Crimson is a bit gritty.
It's a bit more gritty. Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah,
that's probably why I think probably it's quite similar as well because I quite like King Crimson. But
you've never even listened to like an early Genesis album though, so.
No, but I've heard you listening, which is enough.
I mean, yeah.
Fair. Right, who's anyone left with the hot take?
Well,
You've
talked about streaming platforms. I've talked about Catfish.
He likes his Apple Music discovery.
Well, we could talk about the Oasis being overrated as well. Because
I've
spoken about that before on my own, and I've spoken to a fan about it, and that was what inspired me to make the video. Because I've said,
I saw that actually.
Definitely, maybe it's a great album. What's the story is also a great album, but not quite as good. But after that, no. See, this is what this guy said to me. He said, "BA Now." I genuinely think that's quite a mediocre album. I feel like definitely maybe it's comfortably their best.
Yeah.
I think Morning Glory's better. I think it's got more emotion to it and more like variation. I think Cast No Shadow is such a brilliant song.
I think maybe it's because I
song.
don't go to Oasis are the kind of band that I would go to if I wanted like an emotional depth or whatever.
Yeah, well, maybe.
I'd go to them for like just a fun rock song, which is why I think like
you want to like ump yourself up.
Yeah.
And I think there's more bangers on them.
You put like cigarettes and alcohol on.
Yeah.
Like you're the shit.
It's more rock and roll. I think.
Yeah. It's just proper rock and roll.
I'm the biggest Oasis fan I think most people will probably meet, and I think they're overrated. They are overrated. I mean, the way people hype them up is not the way that I think they'd want, or they should be. Like the hype around the tickets and this reunion tour has blown it out of context.
Lucky.
Yeah, we were lucky we got tickets.
How much did you pay for your tickets?
Base value, mate. We got. Well, I bought this. Right. If we're talking tickets, mistakes.
This is worse than my streets.
So I'd managed to get the pre-sale ballot.
So did I.
Yeah, so we both got pre-sale. We logged on. Won the Ticketmaster Wars, the
4.
famous. You got 4, and I rang him and was like, "Oh, I've got 2 tickets. I'm absolutely buzzing." You're like, I got 2 tickets. You were like, "You only got 2 tickets? Like, could you not get 4?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "You must have got the last 2 tickets." I was like, "Oh my god, yeah, buzzing. We're going over the moon." Check me Ticketmaster. Literally the day after, I'd bought 2. Disabled access tickets, and then I got an email through the day after saying I needed to confirm like my blue badge, and I needed like to confirm disability and access and all this. Got voided, got my money back, got one of his tickets, and we luckily went. But yeah,
I remember.
I'm a huge fan, but I think they're overrated. I mean,
I think it's in a similar realm, if not. I think it's obviously because of the reunion and everything. It's become like a resurgence, like a social, cultural 100%. Phenomenon, but it's also just a trend. And I also think the fans are in the same realm for me now as being a horrific cultish movement. Swifties.
Yes,
I know what you mean.
I agree though.
Yeah. Oh man.
I hate Taylor Swift, and I will not be put in the same bracket as Taylor Swift fans.
Here we go. Hold on to something, lads. Hold on to something.
I think I might prefer Blur. I don't know.
I can get behind that.
No.
Musically.
I prefer Pulp to both though.
Yeah, Pulp's.
Okay, I like that.
I can't stand Jarvis Cocker.
Why?
I'm not stand Jarvis.
He's one of the genuinely probably top 50 men to have ever lived.
He's one of the strangest humans to ever walk.
He got to be a bit weird.
He's cool.
Got to be a bit weird.
He's original.
He's great in Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yeah.
You can't forget that. No matter what.
Yeah,
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
He's great in that film.
I don't know. I feel like, I mean, the day we went to see Oasis, I've never cried so much in my life. It was after, and all the fireworks were done, and all the lights had come on. I just stood there with one of the lads, and I was just like crying into his shoulder, like, where do I go from here? It was mad. It was mad because it was. I think there was so much emotions involved, especially for the brothers as well. I mean, some people say that they faked it for 15 years and it's a big cash grab, but I don't know. I don't think they did.
Regardless of that, it's a monumental moment for them. Siblings, whatever. You're selling out.
It was mad.
Massive stadiums.
And Ashcroft and Cast were brilliant
Ashcroft
as well.
Was unbelievable.
One of my mates nearly didn't get in because he didn't bring his ID, and I'm like, he's 20 years old, mate. Like, you need to be 16 plus to get in here.
I really like the Verve and I like Richard Ashcroft, but have you heard, I don't know if it's one single or just music that he's released over the last couple of years? Fucking horrific, like genuinely.
I don't.
What's literally
the song for the lovers, song for the lovers, and Break the Night with Colour.
I don't even listen to it.
That's the only one that's.
Yeah, Song for the Lovers is a banger, and Break the Night with Colour or something like that. Another one, but that's the only two Ashcroft solo that I'd listen to. But he's just a legend, man. He's just cool. I feel like that man is just like the picture of rock and roll.
The music video is probably could be like the most aura farming anyone's ever done.
It's one of the greatest things ever done. But no, it was like we said, like the Ticketmasters and the reunion has kind of put it on. It's giving it to the wrong people. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's a kind of good thing, because one of my mates asked us how much our tickets were for the Lending Room, by the way. Link in our bio.
They're only like
what you're saying that we've got a Ticketmaster one?
No, I'm not saying that, but it was like he paid like 300 quid to go see Oasis, and I was like, I think they're a tenner, they're a bit expensive. And he was like, a tenner? Mate,
Jump on that.
I'll get them right now. And I was like, mad, I will go see. I won't pay a tenner to go see us. We're a bunch of 4 baboons try. I'm joking.
That was my main criticism of the Oasis reunion, because I did actually consider going and trying to get tickets and everything, but I think if they genuinely cared about it being core die-hard fans there, they would have had cheaper tickets, and whether they were in control of it or not,
because they so much there. It's Ticketmaster.
It's Ticketmaster and promoters.
But there's also a certain amount that you can do. There is just like Robert Smith has refused to tour unless tickets are a certain price. If they really cared, they would do that.
There's so much behind the scenes that it depends how much pay they had. Say they had in terms of the ticket prices, but Live Nation and Ticketmaster.
Yeah, I saw someone break it down, like how much of your ticket cost goes towards the brothers and the band and all that, and they get, I think between them they get like 30p a ticket. Oh no, £3 a ticket.
And Oasis are doing better than a lot of you people will be.
Oh
like.
yeah,
as much as like the ticket prices are stupidly expensive. Could go on a massive tangent about that, but the actual artists themselves aren't making anywhere near as much. You guys will know it on a grassroots level. Like, there's not that much.
Like
everything we buy is funded by us.
Yeah, we've literally
it's like we pay for some merch. It's out of our own pocket. It's like
that's pretty much. I mean, as much as you're in a band and we're doing a podcast and everything, I feel like a lot of it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah, of course,
100%. I mean,
we've had to do the same thing.
Are you on Spotify as well? Or is it just YouTube?
No, just YouTube.
I don't think we're going to go on Spotify. To be fair,
we've got nothing.
I don't think we're going to go.
Hot take.
I mean,
shouldn't be a hot take. Terrible company.
Yeah. It's
I mean, it is. Yeah.
Like the ticket sales. They're all sorted. We get like a cut of that, whatever.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. We've signed up for that. But it's just like, if you want merch, you want in-ears, you want to get new guitars, whatever, or just a bit of clothes, like nice clothes to wear on stage. To look the part. Exactly. It's all out of your own pocket. I mean, we were looking at drum skins for him, and they're 90 quid a pop.
Yeah, we wanted
a
drum skin kit one with just acetate on the front for the headline, but it's like...
I mean, we're doing merch. We're getting, 60 T-shirts, and it's costing 400 quid. 50 T-shirts, and it's like 400 quid. It's like
£12 each.
Like, we've got a band pop, but I mean, it's nowhere near enough what we need.
So lots of us for just upcoming people, and being to uni.
Exactly. And we're all students.
I saw a thing a while ago when... like when Oasis, back to the Oasis thing, and people were like commenting on like Liam's Twitter, like, I'll get some local bands on, help upcoming artists. And then when Ashcroft and Cass got announced, someone was like, oh, why didn't you have any local artists and stuff like that? And they was like, oh, because he was like, because they're not the bollocks, we're the bollocks. And I was like, Liam, I understand it, I get it, why you'd get Ashcroft and Cast on, but the real musicians go to work or uni during the day, then go rehearse for an hour on a night, go home, go to sleep, then get up next day, drive over to record.
Yeah.
whilst putting their own money to it, and then got to go to work and have a social life.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And I was just like, I love you, Liam, but that were a bit of a dig, mate.
Well, it is Liam Gallagher.
I mean, yeah.
We
What did I
were expecting
expect?
a
But
considerate
I was just like, you know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't expect much better, but you'd still you'd like.
It's just one of them, you know what I mean?
We love it. We absolutely love the journey we're doing.
Yeah.
Some things
are very expensive.
And it's not even that, it's just like, it can be changed. You know what I mean? There's so much that people can, like the corporate or whatever, can do to help younger eyes and all that.
It's like this thing about all the grassroots venues shutting down.
Yeah.
No grassroots venues.
This is the thing. The higher up, and I'm not necessarily saying bands, but I'm saying other roles within the music industry. The higher up you get, the more likely you are to disconnect from what's under you, because what's under you isn't going to help you anymore.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
it's a money grab.
All of it is. I mean, it's just like there's so much talent now.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Like I said, more than ever. There's more bands now than there is 20 years ago, 40 years ago, whatever. It's such a big pool of fish, like such a big pond of fish, whatever the saying is. There's so much
Nearly,
talent.
mate.
This is what, and yet there's no money in it. Why would you not want to put all your money
I think
into
the only
a bigger
artist that actually put money into grassroots venues was Sam Fender.
But the Coldplay have done it as well.
Oh yeah, Coldplay as well.
But
Yeah,
there's the new levy that's
it.
come in, which I don't know why. This should be just a legal thing anyway, and I don't know why more people haven't just started doing it. But for every arena or stadium gig, I think gigs over 5,000 capacity, £1 of every ticket sale goes to a grassroots venue and stuff. And they've just started doing that. They managed to keep a venue open in like Scotland or something, I think it was. And that was just from like the Coldplay and Sam Fender gigs and a couple more people. But there's so many people, and like Live Nation have just literally, they've not done anything yet.
They don't care.
They don't care. It's a terrible company again.
I mean, if they want to put us on a gig, you can. But but no, it's
like, why would you not want to put money in?
And it's £1 a ticket.
Exactly.
Like, don't know. Could go on for ages.
Yeah, we could. Exactly. We've gone all serious now, haven't we?
Yeah, no, that's
Hey, we need to say something because we need to lighten this up.
Yeah, give us something and then we'll leave it. You can say something and then we'll leave it on.
Yeah, this is the closing
whatever
statement.
you say now, this is how the video ends.
This is the closing statement.
Closing statement. I don't actually know.
Go on. That's fine. That's fine because that sums up his perspective on the entire video. That's all.
Go on.
Come on, you've got it, mate.
What do you want? A hot take? Or?
Anything. You can
just say
whatever you want within legal boundaries.
Yes.
Please.
Pepsi or Coke?
Coke. I've got Pepsi here.